You are listening to WRUU-LP, Savannah, Georgia, 107.5 FM, WRUU.org. We are Savannah Soundings Community Radio with Global Soul, and you are tuned in today to The Art of Health and Wellness, a program by Evey Williamson. This show brings you the latest information in the world about health and wellness from traditional as well as holistic perspectives. And today, I am not Evey Williamson, but I am the guest host for today, Kareem McMichael. And I am joined today by a fabulous, fantastic artist here in Savannah who is doing not only so much with her craft for herself, but so many other people. Shameka B.
Yes.
Welcome to the show today. How are you doing?
I am great. How are you?
That's good. I'm doing well. We're glad to have you here. We're going to get to, I know some of the people on the radio you can't see, but if you get to watch the video later, check out the Art of Health and Wellness Facebook page, as well as we'll get your Instagram and pages later, because they'll at least get to see this piece of art by you, and we'll talk about it later in the show.
Well, you can show them later on.
We'll show them later on. Yeah, we'll get the video people. You all have to go to social media and find Shameka B and Art of Health and Wellness for this. But we're going to dive in. I want to read some of your bio for everyone,
okay.
And then they'll give you some background, and then we'll get into the interview to get to talk to you. So, from finger paint to sidewalk chalk, a single thought created a work of art. At the age 37, Shameka Best is no stranger to turning blank canvas into masterpieces or conceiving memories to visual art. Born in Savannah, but raised in the Bronx, life experience has taught her a lot. Art is her passion. That countless hours spent creating seductive, abstract, yet versatile portraits pass by so rapid. Life is a big enigma that sometimes seems better when it's viewed through another pair of eyes. No problem. Oh, okay. Her art is so transparent, no explanation is needed. Like an author, but not with words, a story is told through each brushstroke. With clear minds and eyes, present to some and introduce to others, talented and phenomenal artist, Miss Latifah Shameka Best.
Shameka B.
Yes. Well, let's start there before we get into your passion. The name? How did you?
Well, my mom gave me the name Latifah. My dad wanted Shameka, and they decided to give me both.
And then you chose to make it Shameka B.
Yes, because my last name is Best.
And that's the kind of the art.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. So we got to hear a little bit there that you started at, and you're still young. You started at such a young age. Let's
I'm 38 now.
You are?
Yes.
You look so young. I really did not know. But that's not part of
I'm 38. Yes.
There you go. Black don't crack. Blessings.
Not at all. Not at all.
So let's talk about why art is your passion. How long ago did you start doing art, and what was that like when you started?
I've been doing art since I was like 1 year old. It's just really crazy. I've been doing art forever. Kids do art, and I just had a bigger passion for it as a child. My parents took to it and ran with it.
What were some of your first memories back then that got you started? Like, what were you doing? What were you painting or drawing? What were you doing?
Well, my grandmother bought me a big box of Crayola crayons, all different shades. At the time, this was in New York in the 80s.
All right.
And Bloomingdale's had this big old Crayola box. I went crazy over it. She bought it for me. My craziest memory of art is really, I decided I was going to stick Crayola crayons in the radiator in New York City, and it overflowed it. And I tried to push it back in, but all because I wanted to see a rainbow.
I'm glad kids in the South weren't the only kids who did that. So
my parents said, yeah, she's definitely going to be an artist doing stuff like this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So What else? What other things as a kid were you drawing or doing? I know earlier you talked what like
Moles. For some reason, I had a fascination with moles. I loved Marilyn Monroe. I loved Madonna. Anybody who had a mole, I thought was really unique and beautiful, and I would try to mimic that. So, showing my parents, they was like, "Wow, you did this? Yeah." And at the time, I was like 6. So she's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we definitely get you going."
And so, from a very early age, you had like this innate like sense for details, and to be able to pinpoint it on that, and then start drawing people's faces from that.
Yeah, my mom had some of my stuff, some of my old stuff. But I mean, for a child, that would be like, wow, But I mean, people draw superheroes and stuff. I just like to draw still life.
There you. And what has that been like the transition, the progress over the years? So you started out, I guess, more like sketching. Is that what that's just or drawing,
sketching. I wouldn't. To me, it was just doodling.
Okay.
I thought it was just doodling, but really it was sketching and drawing. Stuff like that.
And what has that grown into now? Like, what different art genres, or what is your like favorite or key one now? So talk about that progress from when you were a kid, that transition.
I don't really have a favorite.
Or your variety that you.
It depends on how the painting comes out. I would say if anything would be my favorite, I love to use mixed medium. That's like water paint and acrylic, just to give it an extra touch. It's more drawing to the eyes.
Okay.
Like that is mixed medium. I love that, but I use all types of medium. The only thing I'm not using right now is oils. I love acrylics. I love water paint. I love chalk. I started out with chalk and pastels and pencils. So I started out with, and I used to break them down and make them into paint. So it wasn't really hard to paint. It just, the detail of painting is what I started getting into more.
And would you say you've talked about the growth of your work? I know some we got to talk about off air, but how you've watched yourself grow and matriculate as well as
practice
others.
Makes perfect. I started to paint every weekend, if I could.
Really?
Yes.
Even if I guess it come out how you maybe want regardless.
You learn different things as you go along. I learned that painting takes time and patience. I used to get through a painting within a day. But as far as when you get into it professionally wise, you don't want to be able to see through your painting. So it's able to take time with it. And I grew a lot through taking time and having patience. And that's why, it's always good to continue something that the process is much easier if you go the long way.
There you go. Okay. I don't know if I've heard that one, but very true. You have created beautiful pieces from that. Would you say in a way it's a form of therapy too as well then?
Yes. It's very much therapy. I grieve through my paintings. It took me a long time to get over my brother. And I got over him through knowing that he was there through my paintings. Learn how to breathe and relax, and you need a steady hand in order to paint certain things. To get a line as perfect as this, you have to be steady hand. So it takes patience and yeah.
You talked about we talked about this. Your brother was an artist as well, a poet as well as an artist, but he also saw so much in you.
Yes, he loved my work. He just wanted to see it out more, because I was real private with my work, and there's people who knew me for a long time that didn't know I can do this, There's people today that they're like, you did not do that. Did not. I'm like, yes, I did. I wow myself. Sometimes I'm like, no, I feel like I didn't do it either.
Yep.
I feel like somebody else was doing it. But I'm just as amazed as my supporter. I just put it like that. I'm just as amazed.
So with your pieces, and then talking about like putting your work out there, that takes a lot, especially if you're already private about it or a private person.
Right.
How did you get to that point to determine like, okay, let me step out?
Well, you have to believe in yourself and have confidence. That's the most important thing. I didn't have any confidence before then within going out to. I had so many people tell me no. It just was a dream. It was a wild, crazy dream that I had since a child, and I always said, I'm going to be an artist. But time is ticking, you're getting up there in age, and it's like, when are you going to become this artist that you want so bad? And when my brother passed, I said, you know what, this is time. So 2014 is when I actually just came out full force with it, and it's been a wonderful journey and ride.
Right. What was that first collection or that you came out with around that time? And talk about like how those.
If I can remember, it was Sight and Vision or something with vision in it. And I took a picture of myself, a picture of my eyes, and a picture of me looking far distance, and I set a whole art show off that.
Okay.
And I had a lot of my work was still pastel, I did a lot of water paint, then I started doing mixed medium, just to see how I would flow.
Okay.
I didn't really sell anything then.
Okay, I was going to ask, did you like...
A lot of my artists that were there at the art show sold. I didn't sell. But which was a lesson. It was a lesson learned in everything, and what I was destined to do. So after that, it just grew. You just have, I say all the time, people just have patience. If it's really for you, something in you is going to push you to a point where you can't let it go.
Oh, yes.
It's like an argument.
Okay. A good one.
A good one. You can't let it go. You can't let it go. You got to keep, it's like a repeat, And if you feel bad if you stop doing it, a passion is never going to leave you.
What is your favorite color?
Purple. Everybody thinks it's yellow too, because I love sunflowers.
Okay. Oh, well, sunflowers are beautiful. They're very representative of a lot of things.
Yes, especially black women.
Mm-hmm.
I love a sunflower. Nobody really thinks about the meaning, but sunflowers, their stems are strong. Black women are strong. We take a lot of things, no matter how the wind blows. Sunflowers can be blown 1,000 times, that stem doesn't break.
It was tough. Yeah.
And when the sun is out, they face each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wonderful thing. So that's why sunflowers is my favorite. But everybody seems to think it's yellow, but it's not. It's purple.
And do you have a lot of purple in any of your work?
No, that's so weird.
What?
No. At one time, I used to wear purple every day, eyeshadow, everything. But I was a kid.
It's your favorite color. Okay.
Yeah, I was a kid, teenager, young age. You do stuff like that. But purple, no. I have some paintings with purple in it, but not as much as the colors that I use now.
And what are those colors?
My dominant colors are blue, black, and brown.
All right.
Blue, black, and brown. Those are my main colors. I run out of quickly.
And I mean, some of the, well, like I said, people in the radio world, you come to the Facebook pages, you will not be able to. But there's a picture here that's a part of a collection.
Mm-hmm. My Blanca tribe.
Yes, talk about that for people.
I created a story in my head of black. When I say black, not in race, but black in skin, completely the color black. They are water bearers, and they run a whole kingdom of women. And the men do exist, but they're so dominant. Like men would be dominant.
Yes, well,
it's like a woman's world there completely. And they're women of beauty, nature, exotic. They leave their breasts out. They leave their body out, But the crazy thing, you can't really see their nipples. You can't see their vagina. But you could tell that they're women. You could tell that they're... It's a certain way that I describe them. It's so weird. But nobody can ever repeat it either.
No, true. I mean, very...
They can't repeat it because it's a story in my head.
And this story is a part... How many years have you been working and doing...
Blanca Tribe has actually been going in my head from my first comic book. And my first comic book was Superman with all the characters in it. That was a long, long time ago. I had that thing like it was gonna get me rich when I got older. It was still sitting in the plastic.
It just might still. You got time, but
It ain't worth no money. It's so many copies.
Oh wow!
Everybody had it. But that's one thing for sure. They cannot copy this.
Yes. There you go.
They can try, but it's the form of painting, not how I do the form of drawing I do, that it's hard to mimic it. You know.
Has this become like your standard style? Some you would
No,
say?
I can't.
You have a variety.
You go in there, it goes
This
different. I just have a bright vision in my head. It's like dreams that are I don't dream because I paint.
Oh, so
they're all there. Like I don't know where I created from. I can't tell you. I just told you. I'm just as surprised as you are.
Some was inspired by some of the strong women in your family, right?
Yes, I come from a strong background of women. I have a strong background. There's a lot of women in my family. So that's probably where I really created the story from. But they're really beautiful. They really are.
And you've sold a few pieces from this collection.
Yes. Yes, I have about 2 or 3 of them are out there somewhere.
Out there somewhere. They're missing from the collection, but they're out there. So.
Yeah, but the people who have them are constant supporters. You know, I know where to find them if I need them, you know. I doubt if they're going to sell it back to me.
Oh, gotcha. Bring it back to the folds. No.
Yeah, they sent a lot of my customers. I appreciate them and love them. Got to say that. I appreciate them, love them. They love my work. There's one of the girls, her name is Kat. I can't even go over her house because it's all of my paintings are in there.
That is amazing. And I'm sure like in awe, overwhelming, but that is amazing.
Yes, I just, you know, she's like, oh, you want to come to my house? No, it's like a shrine to me. You know, it's just like,
okay.
I'm still living here. I'm still living.
At least you know it's out there for what, but that's good. I mean, that's a footprint throughout your, you know, for the rest of your history.
It's a dream that I have not woken up from yet. It's a wonderful thing. It really is.
Speaking of another dream of yours, you've had a couple of art galleries, but that wasn't like an easy thing to have come to pass first.
Well,
or art shows.
People have to believe in your work and believe in you to put you in a gallery. This is actually my first time getting an actual gallery where my stuff is actually hanging and I can leave it, you know. Usually I had to make my own platform.
And talk about that, which is, I mean, that's as an independent artist, as an artist, period, a lot of the times, or even a local artist, some people would say, you know, you are, yeah. Talk about that those steps of sometimes, unfortunately, the no's, the rejection, but you kept at it, so talk about that process.
Well,
of setting up your own.
When I started out trying to get my work out there, how would I get it out there? That was my first question. How would I get it out there? And my first thing I thought was, you know, you see on TV is people walking around with the cheese and the wine, walking around the gallery. You know, it was to me it was just more of Caucasian people doing this. You know, I never seen my skin color just doing that. And I said, I want that. I want to see that. You manifest everything, and that's so important. And I manifest this life. I felt it, I touched it, I seen it, and I dreamed it, and that's what made it go. You know, I've gotten so far with it. I had 4 art shows. My first art show, 50 people. The second one, 200, 300 the next time. I didn't have a business mind. I just knew that I wanted people to see my work and see that I can create something for other people too. You know, I want to see other people become artists too. You know.
Yep. So it wasn't just you showcasing. I mean, you brought other artists into the fold.
Oh yeah.
You said you put out it was Craigslist.
I put out an ad on Craigslist. And I got people from all walks of life that did different things, and that's what I wanted. I wanted a sculptor, I wanted a photographer, I wanted a poet, I wanted everyone to see everyone who are not known.
Yeah.
Because usually the good stuff is what no one knows.
Very true. And there's so many people here locally who
are amazing.
And have never, and we were having your work showcased and displayed in a way where people from anywhere in the city and really in the world, because I mean we know a lot of people come from around the world, even just to Savannah.
Well, I need people to respect me.
Yes.
My first art show, people were like, "No, you what? You live in Savannah? I'm not coming to travel to you." But as I got better and the production was better, I grew, and people started to realize like, oh, she's really doing it. Next thing I know, Virginia, Atlanta, people were calling me like, hey, when is your next art show? Can I be a part? So that was kind of dope, and everybody sells out, guaranteed. At Easy Life production show, sell out.
Ooh, tell them that again one more time.
They sell out. Easy Life Productions.
Beautiful. And I want to precursor this. This was pre-COVID. Now she didn't have 200, 300 people during COVID down there. Now,
no, this is like way before COVID.
I just want to make sure because I want people to...
I miss it. I miss our shows. That's like so fun. And my production that I have performers come out. I have, chefs come out for hors d'oeuvres, because it's art and food, and everything is just...
You create an experience for people. That's what is all immersing people in. And
it was all for $5 tickets and $6 at the door at Sofa Studios.
And you watched it blossom and grow. So hopefully even when we're past COVID, you'll be able to...
when I pass COVID, I can't wait. Actually, before COVID, I was supposed to have an art show.
Oh.
And it got canceled. It kept, no, you can't have that many people. Because, to remind you, I'm bringing in a lot of people. So, Sofa Studios was like, we got to wait a minute because you bring in a lot of people.
Yeah. And before we go into a station break at a point here soon, I did also, you do art shows, you do your own work as well that you produce, so you do private lessons as well. I do
private lessons, I do paint and sips, I do date nights, I do it all. I even set sets for people that just want to paint on their own.
Really?
Just draw their background and give them the set. Paintbrush and paint.
I know you said earlier you didn't see yourself as like an entrepreneur or businesswoman, but you have that mind, or you said...
Yeah, so I have that mindset.
What took you from some of those other things to say, okay, I'm giving back to other artists, but now let me bring myself and my work into people's homes? Because you've been doing this virtually. You've been doing the lessons virtually.
Mm-hmm. Well, pretty much a lot of people come to me. I'm so far now where people are like, hear my name, or somebody put out something on Facebook and say, do you know anybody who does private classes for painting? 9 out of 10 times somebody's tagging me. And I answer to it, and they come, if they're in Savannah, they come along, especially if they want to learn the way I paint.
And it's from anyone, from beginners to experience, or how has it been?
It goes from everybody. My main thing is I don't want you to throw that canvas away.
Okay, that's you wanted to hang it up or
take pride in it, And I explained that you have to take time to get to the goal. You have to take time with it. Even after the classes are done, take time with it. Go out. Paint at Walmart is 50 cents. I break it on down to them. Go and come. Don't just stop here. Continuously. If you come home from work and you have nothing to do, start painting on it. Start continuously. Go the same form, same way. Try different things. For people who, especially person who has bad anger, it's great for.
I wouldn't say I was almost told myself I don't have bad anger. I want to put that out there. But
anxiety too.
All this, I was like, I painted Labor Day, one of these days recently, but it was the funnest and I haven't in a while, but it's kind of like you said, I could think back to my kids stuff too. It's like, ooh, paint and colors and crayons. Haven't done that in a while, and so to do that day was just something like it put me at such a ease. So at such a
Well,
ease.
sometimes certain strokes can give you certain feelings. You know, you can either go trying to get somewhere in a painting, your mind will drift off. Especially if you know what you're doing. If you want, like me, when I know what I'm doing, I'm like, you gotta really tap me. Hey, you.
Come back.
Hey, are you gonna cook? Are you gonna clean? You gonna do something? Go take a shower, whatever. Because I'm zoned out into it.
I love that though, where you're that enthralled in what you're doing, that passion. You're in a whole other world. You're not even so your reality.
And
That
people
is your
ask,
reality.
when do you know that you're done? You know you're done. It's like something you just know. It's like if you know how to cook, you don't measure your seasonings.
That's just because you know what.
You know what you're doing, you know, and it comes out exactly the way you want it and how it tastes, you know.
And that's the same way for the works of art. We're going to come back soon after the break with Shameka B.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. You are listening to WRUU, the Art of Health and Wellness. We'll be back with you all in a few minutes. We are back from the station break. We're here with Shameka B. She is an artist here in Savannah, Georgia, but not only an artist, but she is someone who gives a platform to other artists, and you're listening to the Art of Health and Wellness. Thank you for joining us this show. I almost said this, well, it is Sunday. So this Sunday, thank you for joining us for this show. We've talked a lot before the break, and if you've missed it, you can go back and catch this show online, and please, you'll get Shameka's social media.
Yeah, you can go to my platform and everything. And
yeah, we'll get that to them in a second. But you've already done a lot in a short period of time, accomplished some. But I'm sure what are some more of like your future goals as an artist, or even as a entrepreneur in the arts? What are some of your future goals that you want to do and you see yourself doing?
Well, I would like my own gallery. That's really important to me. That's what it's all for. I would like my own gallery, but my gallery is gonna have like all different types of art, and not my art. It's gonna be a whole bunch of different people too, not just mine. I feel like what's a dope art gallery without? It's like kind of self-centered when it's just about you. You know, I had a lot of people who helped to get me this far. I don't want to just not have a way. I'm always willing to give back. That's my thing. I love giving back, and that's my way of giving back. So if I make it, you're gonna make it too.
Because I'm sure in New York, in some of the galleries and things up there, you saw a variety.
Extremely hard. It's extremely hard. You have to be on your A game. And at the time when I was coming out, no one looked, because I didn't have like the materials that I have now. Like now they see me working and they're like, okay, yeah, let's talk. But not when I first started. So yeah, like I want to be a scout. I want to be, the person who owns the gallery. I want to be able to travel all over the world doing different things that have to do with art. And my art, I want to have fun foundations. I want to have all types of stuff. I want a home decor line. I really do. I'm working on that right now.
Okay, talk, because you've already been creating some things.
Yes, I have pillows. I have, of course, paintings. I have I'm working on little statues. I'm not really good at that yet. Yet.
Yes, because you're going to be growing.
But all different stuff. I want plates. I want comforters, sheets. Yeah, those are things that right now I have shower curtains. I have pillows.
Oh, cool. You have shower curtains too?
Yeah.
Oh, pillow. Okay, go ahead. I didn't know.
Yes.
Okay.
I actually, I'm going to give you tour and show you some stuff.
All right.
But I usually use my apartment. I feel like this is my gallery. That's because of the walls. I love my apartment, so I try everything in my apartment to see what it's gonna look like in somebody else's house.
And you have it laid out beautifully here. I know people listening, you won't be able to, see it.
They can't really tell we sit in one spot.
Right, true. But it is like beautiful in here, and that just goes back to, I guess, even back to your childhood with that eye of detail, and now you're blossoming like into other artistic endeavors, even just beyond like.
But I've always been that way. Always been artistic with everything of nature of life. Food, music, entertainment. That's just was me. It's always been me.
So even with your gallery, then I'm curious, what other? This is just me throwing out a random question. Mm-hmm. What other art could you see in there, even besides maybe paintings and things, or is it primarily going to be for like? For specific art?
Everything would be in the art line, or that would be. Everything would be in the art line.
I was just curious, it would be like a music night, something,
I can't sing.
It's very random.
I can't play instruments.
Okay.
But behind the scenes stuff, I can do. I can design a stage. I just thought about that the other day. They create a whole stage, the background and everything, and that's art,
Oh yes, very true.
And they get paid good money to do it.
Shoot. I mean, I guess even in the wedding planning world with decor and stuff, you get good money.
Get paid good money to do it.
Set deck. I mean, your work. I mean, I need to think about that next time a movie come here too. But
the gallery, that is mostly. I'm gonna have a little small cocktail hour. I will send you an invite. A cocktail hour that will display the art that's going to be in the gallery.
Wonderful. As a part of you have, you already have a lot of work that you've produced. You have say the line again. I don't want to miss. It's with the material like the shower curtains and the pillows, decor line.
Decor. Mm-hmm.
Where can people find these materials or purchase to see your work? Because people want to see what you're doing. So how can they see your work and your
You can go on my social medias and see me. I'm on Instagram at Meek Mac, which is MEEK MEK. There's one E at the last Meek.
Okay.
Which is Meek Mac. You can also go on Facebook, which is Shameka Best. You can find me there too. You could also go on Ease of Life Productions, which is my production page on Facebook. You can find me there too. Right now I'm working on a legitimate email address. Not email address, excuse me.
Website.
Yeah.
No problem. Cool. I'm like, do you have email address?
I got an email address.
Okay. It's legitimate.
Wait a minute here.
In 2020?
And you got a business? with just no email? How's that possible?
Most
of my sales go through my email. I'm tripping.
Well, you need to tell them that too. Then tell them your email address.
Goes to my email address, which is Shameka Best31@gmail.com, or you can catch me at Ease of Life, which is EASL LIFE 31@gmail.com. There you go.
Awesome. Okay, and it's legitimate. You will reach her.
You will reach me. Oh my God, it was a mistake.
After you find her on Instagram and or Facebook, you'll be able to go purchase work through the email address. And websites do take time. You want to make sure that once you get it done, it'll be right. So
the way my my business page is set up, you'll be able to purchase and talk to me through there too. I'm always very welcoming. Hey, I'm an artist. I'm not a businesswoman. I'm trying to get out of that. People call me businesswoman. I'm a boss as far as putting production together and helping people out with art and getting their art out there. But really, I'm just being myself. It's first nature because it's me. It's just this is my passion. This is what I love to do. And I know that it's bigger than me, so that's all.
Yeah. And you started out doing this again. We've said this, I know, throughout the show as a child, but you've also having giving back as well in the community with children and different.
I work with Frank Allen Boys and Girls Club. I'm a secretary there. One of the secretaries there. Frank Allen, I've been here for 6 years since I moved back to Savannah. And as I've been doing my art, they're very, 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 very supportive in my career. Very. Especially my boss, got shout out Karen.
All right.
Hamilton. Thomas. Excuse me. Thomas. She's married, so.
All right. Oh, yeah, we get that.
But she's a beautiful person, and she's like, I'm with you, you know. You let me know if you need this. I'm going to make sure you know. Boys and girls, please, if you want to donate to them, because we have majority of Savannah black kids.
All right.
So it's really, really important that we pay attention to our kids and our future, because that's who's going to be your doctors. That's going to be who your lawyer's going to be.
Could be some future police, different things.
Yes,
I hate to say that it's time, but future everything.
Artists, future everything. So our funding is very important. A lot of us that work there, a lot of the staff, we care. That's why we've been there for so long, because we care more than a little bit, you know, for our kids.
And that enrichment can go a long way. I mean, those children, when they grow up and they'll look back and they'll start thinking, they'll remember you.
Well, not even that. You got to think about it. When I started there was 6 years ago. So some kids, twice since I've been working there, kids have graduated from high school. Some of them come back and you're still working here. Oh my God, I miss you. You know, you start off relationships. You're a mother, your aunt, your friend, you know. There's kids that you go home thinking about all night long. Make sure they had a meal you want to think about. A lot of just working there alone gives like so much. So yeah.
So we definitely want to make sure too to enrich.
Yes, it's the heart of Savannah. Sure. It's in the heart of Savannah. We've been there over 100 and something years.
Yep.
It's been there forever. We keep adding to it. We have put so much effort into the building so kids can come and be, you know, we have games, everything, but we also teach lessons, you know. We run programming, we teach, yes. Right now, we're not using the building for regular function. We're using the building for virtual learning, e-learning. We do it's 10 kids per grade. Okay. So it's not a lot of kids in the building. I'm used to about 400, 300 kids.
Woo! Woo! That's a lot of shit.
Sometimes it's crazy. Woo. But we have so much fun. We really do. We have so much fun. We have all the celebrities that come to visit the place and enjoy the kids, and which is so awesome. And I work there every day. If you're welcome to come and visit me too.
There you go. I want to ask this question because I think, you know, there's a kid out there listening, or maybe a parent with a kid. I think a lot of children, I know where I came from as a black male and a black man, even trying to do something in the arts. So I'm not a painter, but, you know, being told no, being told you can't do it, being told, why are you doing that? That's silly. You won't make any money.
And that's why I'm there. My boss hires everyone who is successful. She really does. She hires people who are actually in school, college. She has hired people who are, you know, very successful. A lot of us, mostly all the staff are doing something besides working there.
And that opens those kids' eyes too, to see too, even beyond, like, you know, these are the different things that they can do when they grow up.
Yes, you know? And not only that, you know, you gain a mentor too. Everybody that works there gets a mentor.
Cool. Okay.
Not only that, we have volunteers. Savannah State is very active. Not since the pandemic, because we can't really have too many people in the building, but we're really doing big things in Savannah, and people really need to come and support their kids. Because these are kids. Yep,
and they are, like I said, they are the future of this city, the country, this world. And,
right.
And I know there's another...
They're great kids, great kids. Funny, very funny, very outgoing, very intelligent kids, really are.
What was it? What's the song? Greatest love of all. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Let them lead the way.
And there's a lot of beauty in these children. So that's amazing. That is amazing. You there is a virtual wine and canvas class that will be launching soon to also
in October.
Yes, it was right around the corner.
Yes, I'm teaching holistic painting through therapy, and I'm excited about it because I've been wanting to do that for so long. Ooh. Which is so dope. So I'm going to be teaching breathing, just relaxation, meditation through painting. Mm. So hopefully it can change the person's mind if you're if you're sad, saying something to look forward to, if you're sad, if you're a person who's anxious all the time, if you're it's going to calm you right on down. Yeah, we're going to burn some sage.
Ooh.
Yes, we're going to burn sage, and we're going to paint. And the painting that I came up with is so dope. It's going to teach every bit of that aspect, which was really good. It's gonna bring more people in because they're gonna be like, yeah, I felt so good after that.
That's so. If I dare to say, like it would be a meditation experience.
Yeah, it would be. Are you gonna join? You gonna join?
I'm gonna join. Well, what day of the week is it?
It's on a Friday.
It's a Friday. Oh, so you get this on a Friday evening?
Yes, you get this on a Friday evening. If you're a person that's a homebody, if you're a person who is an introvert.
See, that's gonna be my problem. 2 negatives for me right there. But now I'm playing. Well, I'm introverted, not a homebody. But
right, it's a difference. People don't know that. It's
that is true. But I can sit down and enjoy a great evening of art and wine, and really for me to be the relaxation and meditation, because I'm always like on the go, and so it's like sit yourself down.
Yes, have a glass of wine, or a little snack or something, and paint. But mostly, what I will be teaching is I'm gonna have my candles, so you can get in your zone to have your candles. Get ready to do some meditation. We're gonna pray first, over our paintings, because we want to focus mind, we want to focus heart, so we'll be able to paint.
I feel like I'm already there. I could just hear you said it's so serene. I was like, yes, focus mind, focus heart.
Yeah. We're gonna have to start that off. And focus mind, focus heart.
And because of COVID, obviously, it's virtual, so you all will be able to do this from the comfort of your home, and enjoy this particular virtual wine and canvas that is coming up starting in October. And you also have a gallery. You have work coming up in a gallery.
Yes,
that you're.
I finally have a gallery home where I can just leave my work and leave, other than taking it down at the end of the night. But no, it's really cool. B Merchants is on B Road. They're renovating the building. Okay. They're renovating to be an art mall, so people could be able to walk through and shop too, which is really cool. It also gives me a new type of audience. I do black art, but more people from different walks of life will see my art. Indian, Caucasian, and so on. So I'm excited for that too.
Very huge.
And that's in October too.
Okay. Oh, so you have a huge month ahead of you.
Yes, I have a huge month for me. I have it's amazing. It's amazing.
I always think it's kind of, I won't even say close to doing, because I think it's just a part of the change of the season. So it's like, you're ushering in new things.
Yes.
Breathing in, not that there was any dead life in what you've been doing, because it's very much alive, but then just it's a fresh breath of air again
that's what life is about.
Yeah.
You're supposed to evolve. You're supposed to go further in life.
That is true.
You don't want to be stuck in the same place. Some people are scared of change.
And you
have plenty of change in painting. Your paintings is a lot of times, I can tell you right now, I'm looking at all my paintings and I either see something wrong with it, or I see what I could do better, or what I can put more work in. You're actually never done, because you always find something. If there's a spot that you can change something, you can.
There we go.
Yeah.
So tell us again one more time for everyone listening on social media where they can find you and your email address, because we want people to. And everything that we talked about today, you will be able to see her work. You will find out more about her classes there. You will be able to find out about the gallery that's coming up next month as well. So tell everyone again, Instagram, Facebook, and your email address.
My Instagram is Meek Mek, MEEKMEK. My Facebook is Shameka Best, which is SHAMEKA, space, and then put BEST, and you'll find me.
All right. You have anything else for the people you want to?
Also, Ease of Life Productions, you can find that on Facebook too. That is my business page. I have everything, events to my decor stuff to paintings. Everything is on there.
And please check it out. I'm not just saying it because I mean, I've seen it, and if I don't like it, I wouldn't say it even though I'm on the radio with you, but I'm still honest and frank about it. But no, amazing work, very beautiful work. Shameka B, thank you so much for being here with us on the show today.
Thank you for interviewing me. This is a pleasure.
It has been. I have enjoyed it.
Pleasure, honor, everything. I'm excited. My family's going crazy right now.
Okay, all right. Shout out to NY. Are they?
Some of them in
Savannah
here too.
Okay,
Yeah, they
the whole
are.
East Coast. There we go.
They're lit right now. They're lit. Posted on Facebook and they're like, "Let's go!"
Oh well, hopefully they'll be tuned in right now as we're about to wrap up the show. But again, thank you all for listening to the Art of Health and Wellness. I've been your guest host today, Kareem McMichael. Like I said, we were here with Shameka B. Wonderful artist, amazing spirit. You are listening to WRUU-LP, Savannah, Georgia, 107.5 FM. WRUU.org. We are Savannah Soundings Community Radio with Global Soul. Take care, everyone. Until next time.
Good night.
Awesome. Oh, we did good. Okay.